Socioeconomic and cultural factors such as low income, poor education, unemployment, poor living environment, and factors affecting the Australian Indigenous populations play a significant role in the prevalence of youth mental health today. For example, in 2004, students living in the most disadvantaged areas had a lower Year 12 completion rate of only 59% compared to 79%. Low socioeconomic status is common in the Aboriginal community, and its effects have a direct effect on their youth mental health. It is estimated that 26% of Aboriginals over 15 years of age live in overcrowded housing, particularly in rural areas where this is as high as 62%. Retention rate of Aboriginal students to complete high school is only 39% compared with 77% for other students. There are a high proportion of single-parent families, health problems, substance abuse, physical abuse, and violence. Aboriginals over 18 years are twice as likely to report being victims of violence. In 2004-2005, the rate of reported child protection notifications was 24 per 1,000, compared with 7 per 1,000 for other children. Suicide is also a concern and was the second most common form of mortality and accounted for 16% of all deaths. Males up to 24 years old were double the rate than non-Indigenous males, and the rate for females was almost triple. The most common mental health disorders affecting Aboriginal youth are mood and personality disorder, anxiety, and psychosis. To get an understanding of the current mental health issues, it is important to understand the origins of their culture and the impact Western society has had. The traditional Aboriginal sense of self was intimately connected to all aspects of life, land, spirit, and culture. The British colonisation of Australia in 1788 had major impacts for their physical and mental health. The removal of ancestral land led to psychological and spiritual distress. The herding of Aboriginal people into reserves and settlements destroyed traditional lifestyle and resulted in marginalisation and poverty. Government policies such as the Stolen Generation has been recognised as leading to the destruction of family life and emotional desolation for many Aboriginal people. This has led to community settings of Aboriginal youth becoming socialised to excessive drinking, substance abuse, and violence being a normal part of adult life. Despite a recent plethora of policies to advance Aboriginal health, there has not been a lot of success. This has been attributed to modern westernised health protocols replacing the traditional methods of Aboriginal treatment. For the treatment of Aboriginal youth health, an atmosphere of cultural safety is an essential component for any intervention. In other words, there must be effective clinical practice for a person from another culture. Conversely, unsafe cultural practice or any action which diminishes, demeans or disempowers the cultural identity and well-being of an individual can have an adverse effect. For example, it is common for Aboriginals to hear voices of deceased relatives in a culturally acceptable manner. However, may be interpreted as auditory hallucinations by the inexperienced clinician. Further, English is not usually the first language of remote community-based Aboriginal people. Therefore, the management of the issues of youth mental illness in Aboriginal people require a strong emphasis on cultural safety along with the recognition of family, culture and community in any therapeutic process.